Pat Stats breaking news. Well, it's basically the second big trade of the offseason. It's happened. The St. Louis Cardinals are getting Nolan Arenado from the Rockies in exchange for a few prospects, basically, and a reliever. The Cardinals are also getting cash considerations from the Rockies, and we will go into this trade in depth in this video. So let's get started by talking about who the Rockies are getting back from the Cardinals for their star third baseman. You have left-hand pitcher Austin Gomber, the only player with Major League experience. Infielder Eliuris Montero, kind of a hard name to say. Right-hander Tony Losey. Infielder Mateo Gil. And right-handed pitcher Jake Summers. So really 4 prospects that not many people have ever heard of because those are not top prospects. And from the surface and ultimately, the Rockies are not really getting a lot back for Nolan Arenado. The main thing that they are getting back is just for cash and money. They're not going to have to pay Nolan Arenado a lot of money. So speaking of the money, the Rockies will be paying him $50 million of the remaining $199 million of his salary through many of the next few years. He had signed an extension, I think, prior to 2019 or 2018 with the Rockies. But they've obviously traded him because they don't feel like they can pay him at this point. They're also going to pay all of his salary this year, all $35 million of it. So the Cardinals are basically getting this year for free. Arenado still has an opt-out after 2021, which is interesting. And he also has acquired another opt-out after 2022 in this trade, which is kind of an amended contract a little bit. Additionally, the Cardinals also add 1 more year on his contract, so now he is signed through 2027. So Arenado did have a no-trade clause on this contract, so he obviously had to approve this trade, and I guess wanted to go to St. Louis enough that he said yes. Probably more because he wanted to leave Colorado because the things how he was being treated there didn't exactly please him, I guess, if you will. But now, as we talk about Nolan Arenado, the player, he is, in my opinion, the best third baseman in Major League Baseball. I ranked him number 1 on my top 5 third baseman video. He is a 5-time All-Star, 8-time Gold Glove winner, 4-time Silver Slugger, and a 4-time Platinum Glove winner, which is crazy to think about. He has 5 top 5 MVP finishes. He's led at MLB in home runs 3 times and in RBIs 2 times. And a lot of people like to point to the Coors effect as one of the reasons why he is so good. I don't. He is actually a very good player no matter where he plays. Of course, he's going to have worse numbers on the road than he does at home. That's just the nature of how Coors Field works. It's almost impossible to have better numbers on the road than at home when you play in Coors Field. And you cannot fault a player for that. And I don't think that's going to carry over at all. He's going to do great in St. Louis. So now for the Cardinals, they have really made their first major move this offseason. They re-signed Adam Wainwright a little bit before this. But this is basically probably going to be their only big splash of the offseason, and it's a pretty big splash because he is obviously going to be their starting third baseman on a team where it's not a flashy team, but it's probably going to win the NL Central based on how bad the NL Central is looking right now. Not a great division at all. And the Cardinals have pretty good pitching and a decent offense with pretty good defense. I think we'll win that division fairly easily at this point unless something major happens elsewhere. And as for the Rockies, it's kind of unfortunate that this had to happen. After signing him to an extension, you would think that he'd be able to spend his entire career as a Rocky, but that, of course, is not the case. They can't afford to pay him at this point. It brings up questions about Trevor Story, who it seems like is going to be signed or stay a Rocky through this year. We'll see if they're able to re-sign him or extend him before he hits a free agent after 2021. At this point, I don't think that's going to happen. In my opinion, that's just based on my speculation and just using what they've traded Nolan Arenado. If they really were serious about contending, they would have kept him at this point. And it could be a start of a phase in Rockies history with a rebuild. Unfortunately, it's not the first time they've had to trade a star over the course of their franchise's history. So that's all for Pat Stats today. If you want to watch some more Pat Stats, this is my most recent upload, and this is a video that YouTube recommends you watch. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.